Today's game is part of ESPN's Journey to the Tourney, presented by Sonic, a season-long spotlight on games impacting the tournament. And from New York City, it's the championship game of the 2K Classic. And inside world-famous Madison Square Garden, two college basketball heavyweights collide. The defending national champs, the Duke Blue Devils, and the Georgetown Hoyas. Welcome, everyone, to the Garden. Great to have you with us. I'm Dave O'Brien alongside the Hall of Famer Dick Vitale. Mike Krzyzewski put Grayson Allen on the bench against VCU on Friday afternoon, and it really seemed to light a fire under the sophomore, Dickie.
Tell you one thing, he won't be on the bench today, and they're going to need his offensive firepower. He was sensational. He was superb. He did it all. He did it in a variety of ways. He attacked gaps, the little medium-range jump shot. He made the long-range jump shot. He was driving to the basket, and what a spark. He made perimeter shots at 30 points, was absolutely super. Hey, look at that post game. You got to get in there a little bit more, man, for that selfie.
I was trying. Head that size, it's a little tough. Hey, for Georgetown, the guy they really have to get going is Smith Rivera, right?
Yeah, Smith Rivera is going to have to be the guy that was picked, for example, preseason, the Big East Player of the Year. And I'll tell you one thing, he's capable. He's capable of giving 25. I think he has to have a sensational game for them to beat Duke.
Set for the opening tip. The championship on the line here today from Madison Square Garden. And we are underway. A scramble right away. It might be that kind of a game. And a foul immediately on Plumlee. They get Marshall Plumlee for the personal, the 7-footer. Now Mike Krzyzewski making a major decision there to shake up his lineup. He's done it again today as Brandon Ingram, the gifted freshman, is on the bench.
Well, I'll tell you, we even outspark Ingram. He's a very skilled player. He's got to get a little more physical. Georgetown runs some excellent patterns. He used the high post really well.
Smith Rivera on the spin, looking for the first shot, the fall away, but that won't fall. He had a rough day against Wisconsin as he went 2 for 9, but they'll get the second effort. Peak with the entry to Hayes. He's a 7-footer. Georgetown's a big team.
You know, Hayes really has come on this year. A little walk-in violation. Last year he played very little, Obi, and this year he's getting a lot of playing time. Had a big game against the Terps of Maryland at 16.
Georgetown, of course, coached by John Thompson III. His 12th year at Georgetown.
Little trap. Just to change tempo of the game.
Thornton now running the point. And that's huge for the Blue Devils to find a point guard who can do it. Jefferson slithering in, but can't get it.
You know, Thornton did such an outstanding job in his first collegiate start here the other day against a good quality VCU team.
Smith Rivera with a sloppy pass. Allen wants to attack and slapped out of bounds by Copeland. Isaac Copeland at 15 against Wisconsin. He was huge in that one.
He's long, athletic. He can make shots. Allen right there made a no-no. He should have went right to the basket and scored. He tried to make the home run pass.
Duke coming in at 3-1. Georgetown right now at 1-2. Their victory on Friday, their first of the season. Jefferson kicking it back. Here's Thornton wide open, but around and out.
One thing about Georgetown, they shoot 40% from the three. They got some good people coming off that bench. What do you see this kid go back?
Here's Smith Rivera from the corner. He's missed his first two, and Allen high up for the rebound. Coming off a tremendous game all around for the Blue Devils. A career-high 30 points for the sophomore. He played like a man possessed as Thornton gets fouled with 18:25 to go here in the first half.
You know, one thing about Allen, he plays so hard. Even my wife, who's not really a basketball aficionado about the game, she says, that guy number 3, I'm worried about him getting hurt. He plays so hard.
Hayes with the foul. One of the things that Mike Krzyzewski was telling us in his office before the game, he's trying to get this team, and he's been able to do it with just about every team he's ever coached, to play hard together. And there's the first basket of the game for Allen, who always seems to be playing at 100%.
You made a good point right there, Dave. It's about playing hard as a unit. You know, buying into representing the jersey, not yourself individually.
Smith Rivera with a hard drive, and he can be a lot to handle. A 6'3" senior, very strong body.
Well, good news for Georgetown when he decided to come back to school. It was early in the process in March. He was going to go out to the NBA, and then he said, no, I'm coming back.
Came back about a week later. No whistle, no foul in there. Plumlee going for the save. And it'll go the other way. Allen, 90 points Career-high 30 on Friday. Comes in averaging 22.5 points a game.
I hear the Kentucky fans screaming right now. Tell them about what we did to him. He was 2 for 9. He didn't buy a basket. That's why he went to the bench. Coach K was not happy with his performance against Kentucky.
Allen now on the attack. Hard at that right hand. The follow won't go by the tall one there, and Emil Jefferson unable to get inside with the right hand.
Oh, what a tip.
But a great tip in.
Tremendous tip right there.
So a 4-2 lead here for the Hoyas. Copeland with the basket.
Yeah, he's very athletic. Came in number 11, made a tremendous tip there with perfect timing. Plumlee's going to lay screens. Very physical. He played well against Kentucky.
Thornton deep in the corner. To the foul line. And a whistle here to foul to go against the Blue Devils. Back to that tip by Copeland.
Well, Copeland running the court really well. Here he is, comes in. Nobody blocks him out. There's perfect timing. And there's the little tip one right down the gut. Right down the gut of the defense.
They'll get Emil Jefferson for the personal a moment ago. Copeland with 15 points, all in the second half against Wisconsin.
The key for Duke in development is number 12. If he develops into a solid point guard, a guy that can distribute the basketball, get him to be efficient offensively, that will just elevate the entire Duke team.
Nice wraparound pass for Hayes, who was wide open but misfired it. Matt Jones quickly into the offensive end. Blocked out of the sky by Hayes. He got his fingertips on it.
Well, Hayes looks like size, play a factor.
They really tied up Plumlee, and a jump ball there. Possession will keep it on this end, so it'll be Duke ball.
We got a good game going on right here. Let me tell you this. That's very misleading, 1 and 2. We look at Georgetown. Georgetown, the Hoyas are going to have a solid year. Big East, very tough. I mean, teams like Butler and Xavier are going to be very good, and we know about Villanova.
Jones is open. He's been very good beyond the three-point line, but hit in the act of shooting it.
He made 2 big threes. It was 55-55 in that game with VCU. And VCU is going to win a lot of games. And the veteran Jones stepped up and really nailed 2 big threes.
So they get Hayes for his second foul, which will put Jones to the line. He's an 80% foul shooter with 16:30 to go and averaging 14 points per contest. Mentioned he's been hitting his threes. 11 out of 22 coming into this. At 50%.
Came in out of high school with a big-time reputation as a three-point shooter. Didn't really shoot well early in his career, but he has battled and earned the starting role. He's been a valuable contributor for Duke.
Hayes, a 7-foot senior, in some early foul trouble here for the Hoyas.
You know, Duke lost 2 games in November last year and still cut the Nets down. They lost to Kansas and they lost to Arizona. But when it was all said and done, they were standing tall with their 5th national title for Coach K.
35-4, 15-3 in the ACC. First, they lost 3 players to the first round of the NBA draft and 4 of the 5 starters.
On the other side, the Hoyas have really had good, solid years. In 6 of the years, they've been like one of the top 4 seeds in terms of seeding, yet in the tournament have not been able to escape the first weekend.
Trying to get it across peak, and he did. Sophomore from Gaffney, South Carolina, to run the point here for the Hoyas.
They're always looking to execute. They're very efficient. They don't run the Princeton offense that John Thompson III played with when he was at Princeton.
Derrickson lets fly, and he'll knock down a 3, and he'll shoot that at 6'7".
Well, that's one of their keys right now. They're shooting 40% as a team from the trifecta. This is going to be a very good basketball team as the season progresses.
Allen trying to get inside, denied there. Thornton beyond the three-point line. Now inside with a teardrop, beautifully done.
He did that really in a real positive way in his first start here the other night, Friday night.
Duke beating VCU. And are on to the 2K Classic Final, trying to win their second. Copeland's jumper, in and out. Plumlee really battling for that rebound.
I like Copeland. There's something about it. You look at his body, the way he runs up and down the court. He's got that swag, confidence. Sophomore, he's going to be a very good Hoya player.
Ingram getting ready to check in now for Coach K.
Plumlee lays some big screens, man. He puts that body on people. You better communicate.
And you'll feel it, too. Allen into the lane, and he'll draw the foul. Spends an awful lot of time on the hardwood. Georgetown with the early lead, and Marcus Derrickson, just a freshman out of Maryland, a D.C. area kid, and unloading from way downtown to put the Hoyas in front.
Brought to you by NBA 2K16. Available at Amazon.com. Rated everyone 10 and up. And Continental Tire. For what you do.
Back in New York City as we take a look at today's Sonic Showdown. Georgetown out in front of the Duke Blue Devils 7-6 here in the first half. Allen in the semi went for 30. Isaac Copeland was the man in the second half, 5 out of 9. He hit 3 threes, made both of his foul shots. Georgetown took a ton of free throws in the second half and advanced on to the championship game.
You know, John Thompson III says this kid here, out of all their Souths, he's very impressed with all of them. He said he can be the best of the best. I mean, he's just a kid that can be explosive. Let's look at the former Princeton point guard. His dad was a fair coach. What was his dad's name? His father,
John Thompson.
That was John Thompson.
Indeed.
Oh, is he special? The heavyweight man. I used to love watching him in the garden here against Louis Horn II.
Yep, had that towel going.
Oh, towel, the sweater by Louis.
A ferocious coach. Really built this program.
Change, going to a little zone here, a little matchup.
Kennard, who is 0 for his last 9, breaks that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Big-time reputation as a shooter, and shooters eventually the ball falls down. He was 0 for 9 coming into this game in his last 2 games. But he got the biggest compliment you could get from a coach. Even though he wasn't shooting well, he was on the floor at crunch time against VCU.
Copeland fouled on his way up. With Duke in front by 1, they'll get Thornton, who reached in. Didn't think he committed the foul, but that'll put Copeland at the line. You make a great point about what Mike Krzyzewski did with Kennard, despite the shooting slump, leaving him in the game at the most critical juncture, as if to say, I don't care. You can do a lot of other things. We know you're going to hit your shots.
And he really did. He was diving on the floor, made a couple of passes and rebound. He came in with a big reputation out of Franklin, Ohio, Mr. Basketball. I mean, he had games last year in high school. He made 11 threes. So you just know the kid can shoot the rock.
Copeland, the 6'9 sophomore out of Raleigh, North Carolina. That one spins away, and we're tied at 8. Georgetown is a youngish team with 6 sophomores and 3 freshmen, but picked to be second in the Big East this year. Good look for Allen.
Tell you one thing, he's just got that scorer's mentality, Dave. Certain guys have it. That kid is a bona fide scorer.
He was showing that early in his sophomore season. Really came alive in the NCAA tournament in huge games. Copeland with an excellent looking shot.
Well, he did a great job getting right behind the front 2 as Duke rotated into a 2-3 zone. I don't think they play that zone that well. I think that zone is used just a little bit to get people out of a rhythm, but that's not their strength. But they do show a zone more than they used to show in his career.
Wants that baseline, pretty touch there.
Well, maybe Ingram now sent the same message as Allen got. He said, hey, I want to get there and start. Today he doesn't start, comes off the bench. First play, scores.
McDonald's All-America with a 7'3 wingspan. Here's Copeland high on the wing.
And he's very skilled. He's got great perimeter skills for a big player.
Jefferson harassing from behind. He's such a good defender. Smith Rivera launching. A little short. He's cold early.
Yeah, he's really cold early. Has not scored. He's averaging 13 a game. He's a 20-point scorer.
Here's Kennard, a three-pointer, not there. Duke had started cold. They're now 4 for their last 5. On the run, Govan. He's denied. In heavy traffic up and in, it's Copeland again. Really starting to feel it.
I'll tell you, Copeland, I said earlier, he's got all the parts. He moves well without the ball. He hustles. But that was a nice little pass by Govan. Govan found the open guy. Watch, the ball goes into the post guy. And now here comes Copeland right down the lane. And Govan finds him in the gap, and he scores. Nice little dish by the diaper dandy Govan, who's from New York City. What a thrill it must be for him playing at the big garden, the Mecca.
Indeed, Queens Village, New York, won city and New York State titles. So another three-point attempt for Copeland. He was fouled on the play by Kennard, incidentally.
Copeland looks very impressive here early in this game.
Plumlee back in on the high set. Back to Kennard. He'll drive it down the lane. Takes a contact. He spun it in.
Oh, the body control.
No foul.
Unbelievable right there. What a great play.
It really put some amazing spin. He paid the price, though.
He really paid the price, but I'll tell you what, he's going to feel a lot better. 2 of his 3 shots have fallen here this afternoon.
Looks like he got hit on the back of the head, but no whistle.
He was really frustrated going 0 for 9, 2 games. And then his mom and dad after the game, I said, hey, you gotta love the fact Coach K played him when it was crunch time, even though he's not shooting well.
Govan bottled up and a whistle there. Duke commits the foul in the double team with 12:21 left in the half.
I think it's good news for Duke that this kid's starting to score. Larry's hanging in the air, left-handed player, so it's a strong hand where he really attacked the basket. Here he is right now, sees the gap. Nice move. He's going to be a very good player. Super Garf, Mr. Garfinger last night. 5-star fame. Told me put it down. He will be a star at Duke.
Copeland too strong there, but a battle for the rebound taken back by the freshman Govan, who's been very active since coming off the bench for John Thompson III.
John Thompson III has so many great adjectives about his future.
How about the move by Cameron and a blocking foul? And the foul's really starting to mount up for the Blue Devils.
Well, this year they're going to blow the whistle. That's the theme they have. The referee's going to blow the whistle. It could be painful, as I've said earlier this year, because there'll be a lot of trips to that foul line.
The number 2 on Plumlee.
But if you want to clean it up, the coaches have to buy into it, and everybody's got to understand that's going to be part of the process to get these players away from beating people. You know, you practice a lot of times. I remember when I was coaching, we would practice lock your hands in the back and beat people with your feet. Beat up the positions. Too many players think grab, hold.
Plumlee to the bench with the 2 personals. Cameron with another one coming. The junior, he's also a local kid out of Hackensack, New Jersey.
Tell you one thing, Duke really went to a smaller lineup. They had Plumlee out of the lineup and were effective against VCU. Can that happen here against the size of Georgetown?
Stone trying to penetrate, but kicked away there by Copeland, who's been everywhere here in the first 20 minutes. Cameron directing traffic high on the wing. Shot clock down to 11 now for the Hoyas.
Always trying to get motion on the offside, getting player movement.
Smith Rivera on a crossover and 2.
That was a terrific movie right there to change the direction. Coach John Thompson signaling, get back.
So the Hoyas with a 3-point lead. They hand off for Jones. Chase Jeter, 6'10 freshman, also in for Mike Krzyzewski. And every Jeter wears number 2. And a whistle and a foul with 11:04 left in the half.
Take a look right here. Smith Rivera, nice change of direction. He beat Jeter right to the basket. Tremendous strong driver. He's a scorer.
And also for game 2. So talk about Georgetown in transition so far today.
Yeah, Duke's focus was to try to take Georgetown out of their rhythm, but the reality is that Georgetown is attacking Duke in transition, actually using their quickness to get to the rim. Duke's inability to control the ball in transition and in the half court really has been the difference in the start of this basketball game.
Yeah, you're really right about that. They've done a good job here in transition, especially Copeland. And here's a good pass right there again. Good look to Copeland. Govan.
Copeland with 8 points so far to lead all scorers.
That's part of their secondary phase of their break. The trailer coming in.
Georgetown with a victory over Wisconsin here on Friday, 71-61. They are 7-7 all time against Duke, but they haven't met for 6 years.
You know, Wisconsin going through some growing pains right now, losing the likes of Decker and Kaminsky. They really pride themselves on developing players, not getting the one-and-done players.
Ingram off the inbound, can't connect. So the Hoyas with an opportunity to expand the lead. They went 22 games last year and went to the NCAA tournament. And much relieved to have Smith Rivera return to the program, even though he thought about going to the NBA for about a week. And another whistle. They are calling this one very close.
Yeah, that's what you want them to do, though. You want to clean up the act of grabbing, holding, the physicality of the game. They're going to blow the whistle. A lot of fans aren't going to like it. It's going to be a lot of trips to the free throw line.
We'll go against Jefferson, and already 1-1 time. 10:46 to go in the half. Smith Rivera heading to the bench for the Hoyas.
Well, free throw shooting can be big here this afternoon. Duke did not shoot really well on the free throw line in the game against VCU.
Caleb Johnson, a freshman from Martinsville, Virginia. He is a left-hander and knocks down the first one. The coaches really like him. They believe he's going to become a premier defender, very tough and determined.
Well, he's got those long, long arms. One thing about Georgetown, they're always going to be tenacious. They're always going to come after you. They're going to attack you on the defensive end.
And he makes the pair. 19-14, the Hoyas. Taking on the number 5 team in the country here at Madison Square Garden in the final of the 2K Classic. Allen lost the dribble, back for Thornton.
The one game Georgetown like to have back is that game against Radford when he made 10 threes. Radford beat him in double overtime.
Inside, Ingram, nice adjustment, but off the window, not there. Allen with the second chance. He'll go right back inside, tripped up and fouled.
He's always attacking. He's always in the attack mode. He sees a gap or seam. He's going to attack that gap or seam with the rock. He's going to really explode to the basket.
Looked like he had a bit of a hamstring injury on Friday that he continued to play through on his way to 30 points. He came up grimacing after this play on Friday.
I think he's going to grimace a lot throughout his career because he just goes unbelievable. He's so tenacious. He's relentless the way he attacks the basket.
Thornton's jumper, yes.
He's going to be a positive force for Duke. Came in as a reputational point guard. Elevated his graduation. He actually got out of school a year earlier.
That's right, reclassified.
Zoning right now. Big gap in that zone, right by the foul line area. Right by the foul line area. You slide somebody in that area, it's wide open.
Up top for Copeland, straight on, yes.
He's a big-time performer. This kid is headed to be a PTP, baby. A prime-time performer. And they know about a few of them. They've had him down there in Hoya country.
He's having a huge half here. Jones trying to get 2 of them back. One dribble down Jefferson. He'll draw the foul as he gets nailed. He'll head to the line.
I think they're going to get more touches for Jefferson. I don't believe he gets enough touches on the inside. He was so effective for them in winning the national title.
Govan with his second foul to put him to the line.
That's going to be a problem for young players. You know, young kids coming out of high school, big kids in particular, getting in foul trouble early, especially with the way they're calling them now.
Jefferson coming off a 7-rebound game against VCU. He has 3 double-doubles in 4 games this season.
See, Dave, I think teams have to spend more time now with free throw shooting than ever because of the journeys they're going to get to that free throw strike.
You see Jefferson 72% from the field, but coming into this one only 48% at the foul line. And you figure he might get fouled a lot. So 22-18. Duke averaging about 87 points per game coming into today. Peak bouncing here for Govan. Shot clock at 13. Slithering in, Peak for 2.
Hey, Peak, very strong driver as well. Got a lot of experience last year. I mean, they got a lot of players. I mean, just think of the names you're calling on. Peak and Cameron and Copeland.
And a lot of size as well for the Hoyas. Allen with the kick. Thought about a 3. Jefferson with a screen. Now he rolls to the basket. In the lane, needs some help. Shot clock down to 6. And a whistle. And a 3-second violation.
You don't see that call too often. You don't see that call really often at all. Look, Coach K, you didn't like it.
Well, here's the Maui Invitational bracket. Maui coming up. All games also live on Watch ESPN. Indiana there, Kansas there. Vandy's number 17.
Hey, I'll tell you, Vandy going to be very good. Kansas right there. Bill Self really upset with the NCAA about the kid Diallo, and I simply echo those sentiments. Free that kid. That kid should be eligible. Help kids. Don't hurt kids.
He's also suspended. Brandon Green.
Oh, nice cut without the ball.
Smith Rivera finishes that off.
Smith Rivera with a great cut without the basketball. That was a trademark of when John Thompson III played at Princeton.
Georgetown looking very comfortable. Here's Allen's jumper. Talk about comfortable.
Well, you know what? Stars make big plays. He's a star. There's no doubt about it. He is a star. He's going to become a household name on the collegiate level, if he's not already after that Wisconsin game last year.
Cuts it to 5. Trey Mourning in the game, the son of the former Hoya great Alonzo Mourning. He has the ball up high.
Alonzo was always one of my favorite players. Played so hard, physical, tough, tenacious.
Smith Rivera trying to go around the back, looking for contact and traveling with it. So he kicks it away. That's their 4th turnover.
They also got Reggie Williams' son on the team as well.
They do, and also Patrick Ewing Jr. is their basketball director of operations. So it's all in the family.
The family,
Georgetown Hoyas. 26-21. They have the lead on Mike Krzyzewski. To go here in the first half, and so far Georgetown looking very confident. You like the Big East?
Well, I like the Big East from the standpoint you got to love Villanova. Villanova's got 4 guards flat out play. Jay Wright's team's going to be dynamite. But you watch Butler and Xavier. I'm going to tell you this right now. Chris Homan and Chris Mack, they got some dynamite teams. Butler and Xavier are going to win a lot of games this year.
You and I will see Xavier in Orlando, right? The Advocare Classic there.
Hey, just ask Michigan. Xavier went to Ann Arbor and really put the hurt on the Wolverines.
If you missed it, North Carolina has already gone down to defeat. Kennard with a kick here. Jones is open from 3. He front rimmed it.
I think the theme in college basketball this year is going to be, I put it on Twitter yesterday, unpredictability.
Peak with a great move inside.
He's very strong. I mean, they're attacking. They're playing with that swagger, that belief. You know, the series is 7-7, Duke and Georgetown.
Long distance Kennard, and in and out. Boy, he was in the cylinder. So he's hitting some shots, but not his threes yet, which is his stock and trade.
Well, he's got to get in a rhythm of the shot. That shot was not in a rhythm of the offense.
Mourning trying to go to the basket there, but he pushed off in order to get free. So he'll commit the personal with 7 minutes to go before halftime in the Garden.
Very impressive first half here by Georgetown. Really playing exceptionally well. I mean, they're like 2 possessions away from being undefeated, losing a heartbreaker to Radford in double OT and losing a tough game to the Terps of Maryland, who, by the way, are going to have to learn how to play with expectations.
Thornton trying to flow one off, then got it.
Nice
touch there.
He used to see the hand exceptionally well. Little handoff. Maryland's going to be very good. The point I'm trying to make is when you have expectations, man, that's a whole different ball game.
Top 5. Different ball game for them. Plumlee with the stuff. Allen trying to get it on that side. He kicks for Kennard, but a whistle before the shot. Going to be an offensive foul.
Should have got the ball to the middle of the court. And a 3-on-1, they come up empty, they get a charging call. Hall of Famer can't be happy right there. Mike Krzyzewski's done a brilliant job with the Olympic team. This will be the last year he's coaching the Olympics.
Cameron staying home and taking that shot. Foul number 1 on Allen, and Peak is tripped. He was trying to duplicate that great move he had moments ago.
Well, I'll tell you one thing they do really well, Georgetown, changing direction off the dribble and going, trying to split the gaps and seams.
With 3 on Plumlee.
Yeah, Plumlee got to go to the sideline. Got to be a second lieutenant. Go right to the military after his collegiate days. 2 brothers playing in the NBA.
He's actually going to drop in rank because he's a captain right now.
He's a captain
second lieutenant. Yeah.
Well, you're on top of everything, man. You're on top of everything. I got to be sharp working with you.
Staying with you. That's the deal here. How many shows, by the way, have you seen on Broadway since you've been here? You've been here like a week.
I saw 3 so far, and yesterday I saw real exciting one, very entertaining. Up on your feet, get to see the life of Gloria Estefan.
Yeah, you really liked it.
I did.
Peak, the sophomore, averaging about 9.5 a game, drops that one in. So Georgetown continues to be on top here, leading by 7.
They got a physical presence as well. Very strong looking. They had a great trip to Italy. That trip in Italy really helped them. Also helped Michigan State. They went to Italy. I know Tom Izzo, he had a lot of rigatoni and a lot of lasagna, a lot of meatballs.
You better have.
I love that Michigan State team.
Allen attacks to his right. Yes.
What a driver. What a slasher. What an attacker. This kid is going to be such a big-time scorer.
And can score from a variety of different places on the floor. Mourning back to Smith Rivera. off the screen. He's got to get going now for the Hoyas because he's off to a cold start. Here's a three for him, and he nails it.
He must have heard you, buddy. He must have heard you. He's going to end up with about 18-20 before the night's over.
9 points so far in the first half, 33-25.
Preseason player of the year picked in the Big East. Too much one-on-one, man. They're going to get more ball movement.
Gonna watch that shot clock. It's down to 7. The crossover and the whistle as he draws the foul and will be at the line as we take a look at the Battle for Atlantis bracket, which includes Gonzaga, number 10 in the country, and number 24, Michigan.
Tell you the team to really watch there, UConn, Connecticut. Good guards. Connecticut's got the big kid, Reimer. Gonzaga, my only question with them is experience on the perimeter. How good will they be on the perimeter after losing the likes of Pangos and Bell? Front court can play with anybody in the country.
Smith Rivera picked up his first personal.
Kyle Wiltshire is a potential player of the year. Gonzaga comes the way of Kentucky.
Thornton with 8 points in this one. And he's coming off 19 against VCU in his first start.
He's got some scoring ability out of that point guard slump we saw it the other night against VCU. They were in that zone again. I would slide someone right behind Allen and behind Thornton. Right at that high post area. Wide open there. They missed him. 24. Wide open. There it is. Wide then. Look opposite. You got a wide open shot. Oh, bad pass, but he had the right idea.
Picked off by Ingram. Wants to get in close. Can't connect. Rebound free in the corner. Thornton went for the save, and it's going to go the other way.
Govan did everything right. He stepped in the gap right behind the front two. Was looking opposite. Zone doesn't rotate that way that quickly. You don't want to throw the ball pass to the next guy to you. The zone just slides there.
Hoyas with a 6-point lead and the ball. Here's Reggie Cameron.
Duke's doing this just to change the look.
Derrickson up high, capable of nailing a 3. Smith Rivera trying to make it 2 in a row. Big rebound up and in by Mourning. We've said that before.
Hey, Mourning. Yeah, just like Daddy, man. Offensive rebound from the weak side. His dad's got to be proud seeing that. Good offensive rebound. He went up strong.
Allen knocked away, and the foul will be committed by Caleb Johnson.
We've seen this over the years at Georgetown. There he is, Mr. Mourning. Mr. Mourning with a deuce on the glass. It's great seeing their young kids following their dads, being their own man, being their own guy. Coach Thompson, I like that. I like that.
Oh, the big guys, Ewing and Mutombo and Mourning.
Pretty good.
Roy Hibbert, I mean, up and down, some amazing big guys.
You know, I did a book after my 30 years at ESPN, and the book was my top 50 players in my 30 years at courtside. My #1 player was, some disagree with me, and that's fine. I respect people disagreeing. Patrick Ewing. He was such a dominator. Before the game started, he was worth like 15 points in the book because teams had to be worried about him in that 3-second area defensively. I mean, he made you go to the perimeter. He was such a special collegiate. And Christian Laettner was way up on top for me, and Ralph Sampson. Michael Jordan was not the one. Now, if I pick the best player of all time for all around, talking NBA, college, I'm talking, my book was strictly college, and it was from when I started, so it didn't include Magic, it didn't include Bird. They weren't here when we started on ESPN.
35-29, the Hoyas. Under 4 minutes to go before the break.
See it wide open there?
Wide open.
I was talking about that earlier. I'm going to go out there, Coach. That's wide open, man.
Copeland continues to have a very big first half. He has 13 points. And getting some great looks. Jeter up top.
Jeter getting a few minutes to play here.
He says he wears that number 2 because he has so much respect for Derek Jeter. Swinging to his right and got it to go, and a foul as well.
He kept him over and down in Las Vegas.
So we have a break with 3:33 to go in the half.
Well, did a great job right here, Jeter. Look at this right here. Keeps the ball on the deck, spins in the lane, gets a deuce.
far for the Hoyas, leading Duke. And Dickie, take us inside the play.
Well, they did a great job attacking the Duke 2-3 zone. We're going to watch them right here, trying to find the gap in the zone. Right here, we're going to look at them as they're going to try to slide right behind the front two. Freeze it right here. There's the gap in that zone. Right in that area here, it's been wide open. They find that opening, and Copeland knows what to do. Defense backs away. If the defense steps to him, he's got a wide open guy on him. Box inside. He'd like to form a little triangle on the interior.
Really admired your drawing there. Not sure what that was, but it made the point effectively.
Well, I just trying to show them where the gap was.
You filled it, believe me. So Jeter at the line for three-point play, but can't connect.
Been a great high school. They got a tremendous football team down there. In fact, the champ, Muhammad Ali's grandson, is a superstar.
Is that
at
right?
Bishop Gorman High School in football.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the best backs in the country.
Man.
See, Copeland, he wants to get right behind him.
Peak with a jumper. That didn't touch anything.
Not a good shot right there. That's not the kind of offense. John Thompson is okay. The third, I can always say the third, but not the kind of offensive set they want. They're shooting the ball really well, too, Georgetown.
Yeah, 59% before that jump shot. Ingram tied up. He draws the foul. So the freshman, who did not start, started out on the bench. Playing a lot here in the first half, nonetheless.
Look at the wingspan. What'd you say earlier? 7'3".
7'3". Yep.
Wow.
Copeland with the foul. So Ingram will be at the line. He did not shoot his foul shots very well on Friday against VCU. Just 4 for 11. But he makes the first.
Tell you one thing, he's going to be a very effective player, especially when he gets more strength to that body. And he did put some weight on since he's been at Duke.
Yeah, about 23 pounds since he arrived in the summer. He makes 1 of 2. Rebound tipped out high, controlled by the Blue Devils in a second chance.
Can't give him second opportunities like that. Somebody's going to block out on that lane. Okay, Jeter and Ingram together.
Jeter handing off for Allen. He wants to go inside. And he's dragging the foot. That's going to be a traveling violation.
And he lifted his pivot foot right there.
You would disagree. Let's take a look.
Take him right here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Close. Very close.
Georgetown by 5 and the basketball. Smith Rivera. Here's Morning's jumper. Yes, very confident looking shot.
Talk about getting some positive minutes out of a kid that didn't really play hardly at all the other day. Here is Morning stepping up, shooting a jump shot.
Allen way downtown for 3.
Every time they need a big basket, what does he do? He performs, he produces. Grayson Allen, remember the name. It's going to be a special one.
Well, 14 here for the first half for Allen. Coming up on 2 minutes to go before the half. Duke again showing that zone. Copeland's had the hot hand with 13 for the Hoyas.
He does a great job finding the gap in that zone.
Shot clock at 3. Peak driving hard. And it's going to go the other way. A foul against Georgetown.
A little bit out of control right there. Out of control. Duke
picks up his second foul, Dick.
Duke got a battle back against VCU. It's the same scenario here this afternoon. Defense rotated over, had stationary position.
So Duke getting closer and closer here inside the Garden.
You got to give a lot of help on Allen when he starts driving. You better give a lot of help.
Here he is scooping. No, Jeter will follow.
Tremendous play by Jeter. He's going to earn some PT. We didn't see any playing time out of him. That name Jeter just sparks in New York City. Derek Jeter, as good as it gets, getting married now.
Yes.
Oh, he's a break the heart of a lot of ladies.
Thought that would never happen. Way downtown, Smith Rivera, but a short rim shot. Jeter with the rebound.
I'm telling you, Jeter's going to earn some playing time.
Allen finds the open shooter, Jones, and he buries a 3.
How big was he the other night? Made 2 big threes. Score was 55-55. Matt Jones, the veteran, steps up. Hey, the Gordon is rocking, baby.
Duke surging into the lead on an 8-0 run. Their first lead since it was 14-13, Dick.
Tell you one thing, Matt Jones making that big three, but what about the performance of Jeter in the few minutes he's got? He's been certainly special. Rebounding.
He did not play on Friday. Didn't play a single minute.
Didn't get a minute. You got to be ready, man. If you're ready and they qualify you, you better deliver. Go choo-choo one breast out. UCLA used to use that very effectively during the days of the Wizard of Westwood. Slide back into a 2-3.
Smith Rivera thought about it. Is the long one way downtown off the mark by Cameron, and a whistle and a foul inside the lane against the Blue Devils with 46.4 before halftime.
Yeah, not a good play there by Duke. I mean, there's no doubt he climbed the back of Copeland.
Allen picks up his second foul.
They got to play smart. That was not a smart play by Allen.
So Copeland, the All-Big East rookie teamer from last year, now a sophomore, the 6'9" product of Raleigh, North Carolina. He was huge in Georgetown's upset over Villanova last January at the Verizon Center. He had 17 points as a freshman.
Tell you one thing, he's got a tremendous upside. He's just one of those guys going to get better and better and better. More game experience.
Well, it's been a really fine and fun first half. Slicing inside, but Jeter is dragging the foot, and it's a travel.
Had the right idea. The two freshmen were going to hook up right there. The two diaper dandies. He made a good cut to the goal. Thornton found him, had good vision for him. But he definitely bobbled the ball and cost him a walk.
So Georgetown, they have led through most of the first half. Opportunity to lead going into the half. Here comes Johnson with a three-pointer from the wing.
You know, Johnson gets the three. Why does he get the three? We call it the zigzag maneuver. Get the ball to the high post area, to the gap, bring it to the offside. And that's what they did. It's the zigzag maneuver.
And now you're really hearing from the Hoya fans. I mean, both of these schools really bring their fans to Madison Square Garden in a big way. And now the Hoya fans looking to have that lead at halftime, up 44-40.
Well, they got such tradition, you know, really. Both programs had so many great players. You know, that zigzag maneuver really worked so well, Dave. They got the ball at the post like this, right? They got the ball to the post, and then bam, zigzagged it the other way. You don't want to bring the ball where it comes. You want to bring it the opposite way. See, I throw it opposite you. I don't want to throw it to you, because right now I want to get it over there to John.
And really close.
And John's ready. Look, he's ready to receive it and then shoot it. And then shoot that sucker, man. Knock it down. Knock it down.
3-point land. Yeah,
tuck the elbow in. You got to tuck the elbow in.
Beautiful. Let's go to Seth for more on Duke's adjustments.
Come on, Seth.
I'll tell you what, I think that Duke's done a nice job going to that 2-3 zone with that long lineup with Jeter in the middle and Ingram on one wing. Yeah, they just knocked down that three, but they've taken away the dribble penetration that was hurting them earlier in the game.
Yeah, the dribble penetration hurts them, but they got a big gap in that zone by the foul line area, Seth. I agree about the dribble penetration, but Duke, to me, been rotating in defenses, but I really think Georgetown did a great job in that last possession getting the ball.
Look at the scoop, but a blocking foul in the lane. They'll get warning for that one with 4.5 seconds to play.
Getting that ball right to that foul line area and then go with zigzag opposite to shooters. Hey, Seth and I see the same barber. When I checked out his barber, I'm going to tell you something. The guy, the sucker doesn't give any tips. I at least give tips.
It's a quick trip anyway for both of you guys. So Allen to the line here to shoot two. With the Hoyas up by 4 points, and he'll make the first.
He'll go to the free throw line a lot. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind this is a 20-point scorer for the year. I mean, he's going to get 20, average 20 all year. There's no question. He's just a big-time scorer. Had a real subpar game against Kentucky, who, by the way, Kentucky's got to be #1 now for North Carolina.
Yes.
You know, everybody making a big thing. Let me tell you this. Northern Iowa's very good at home, and North Carolina's playing without their All-American Marcus Page. So before people go crazy and say, oh, North Carolina, they're overrated, let's see them when they get Mr. Page in the lineup, and let's give credit to Northern Iowa and Ben Jacobs.
Johnson with a heave, and he hit it!
Oh, are you serious?
He hit the three-pointer at the halftime buzzer. And Georgetown will float to the locker room here inside Madison Square Garden. Of course, they're going to go and look at it.
They're going to look at it, but I think it was good. Are you serious? Come on, man. Wow, that reminiscent in days when Robin Roberts and I were down in Cincinnati, and a kid hit a shot like that to win the free tuition.
No doubt he got it off in time, and that basket will count. That is Caleb Johnson, the freshman, who nails it right in front of the horn.
Wow.
That was a fun first half. Hoyas on top of Duke, 47-42. 47-42. Isaac Copeland has come to play. He's a guy for Georgetown who didn't score on Friday in the first half.
I'll tell you one thing, he did a great job here in the first half with 15 big points. But what really impresses me, both clubs have shot the ball 50% or better. I should look at the graphic here with his 15. Unbelievable. He really played well, made shots. He seems very comfortable, very aggressive. It's very rare at this time of the year that you have two quality teams like this shooting better than 50% at halftime.
Georgetown 57%. Blue Devils right at 50%. Georgetown opens up the second half with a basketball. And after a tremendous first half of shooting, and certainly it ended well with Caleb Johnson heaving one from just inside midcourt at the buzzer.
Well, John Thompson III said that's just the way they designed it.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. Shot clock down to 8. Hayes on the low block with a hook shot for 2.
Nice little move inside. Got really deep in the post. He's really improved as a player. A lot of jubilation on that bench.
Well, they're very happy with a 49-42 lead against fifth-ranked Duke.
Well, Duke's got to do a better job defensively. Even the other night, they gave up 39 at the half.
Plumlee playing in foul trouble, but knocks in 2. He has 3 personals.
He gets the ball in real deep right there. Gets that score. He's going to use his physical body on the inside. They're going to go to Hayes a little bit more inside. He's going to be a little bit soft on him with those 3 fouls.
Now, Hayes is 7-footer. Smith-Rivero to step back, not there. So Duke looking to make a run here inside the Garden. A little shove there, but Thornton knocked away. Here's Allen. And a whistle. We take a look now at our TrueCar first half statistics. As you mentioned, both teams shot it well. They made their foul shots, too.
Yeah, really made their foul shots. And I'll tell you this. Mike Krzyzewski cannot be happy giving up the number of points they're giving up like they are in the 2 games we've seen them here at halftime. They got to lock it up a lot better on the defensive end. They can't just rely, we're going to beat people offensively.
Allen was 16 in the first half. Long distance. Yes.
This is crazy, but you know what he reminds me of? I know that, but please, I'm not saying he is him, but I'm going to tell you what he reminds me a little bit of. Years ago, way before you go play, there was a young guy at Ohio State, the Buckeyes, who ended up playing a ball. Nice look inside here, catch that. Played for the Boston Celtics, John Havlicek.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
John Havlicek.
Here's Jones. Yeah, that's a 3-pointer.
Remember, he did the same thing in the second half against VCU. Made some big moves. Doesn't he a little reminiscent? Play hard like that, attack, make shots, Hondo.
And can use the backboard.
Yeah.
Which is a lost start these days. Smith-Rivera trying to dribble drive in the lane, tied up and fouled, and the Blue Devils on an 8-0 run, surging into the lead in the opening minutes of the second half.
And that Buckeye team was terrific, man. Jerry Lucas and company, and they had a guy on the bench was by the name of Robert Montgomery Knight.
Yes.
Pretty good coach. He did a few
things, yeah.
He did a few things in coaching. He developed a guy sitting right down there to the right of us.
Thornton committed a foul moments ago. Hayes for Smith-Rivera to 3. Yes.
Wide open, a little down screen. Nobody fights to get over the top of the screen. Nobody gets out on the shooter. I mean, those are wide open shots. That's not Duke defense.
7 ties, 9 lead changes so far.
And you're right, Obi. This has a feel of an NCAA tournament game.
Wow. Allen with another triple.
Hondo Allen, baby. Hondo Allen.
22 already.
Hondo Allen.
And he has not missed a 3 all day.
Havlicek's arrived at Durham, North Carolina. Nice cut.
By Peak.
Great play by Peak on a backdoor cut. That was the kind of offense that John Thompson III was part of at Princeton University.
17 to go, and both teams shooting the lights on. Allen
He got fouled.
He did in the act of shooting a 3, so he'll be at the line for 3 shots. That was on Peak, his 3rd.
Watch this little backdoor cut right here. Peak, there it is. Backdoor cut. Catch the defense staring at the ball. A lot of breakdowns defensively by Duke. and Georgetown taking advantage of them.
So it'll be Grayson Allen to the line, an 87% foul shooter. Sophomore out of Jacksonville, Florida. Had a great performance in the NCAA tournament and made the all Final Four team. Remember his 8 points in 55 seconds, that dazzling display against Wisconsin when they so desperately needed him in the final.
Dan Schumann and I were doing the game internationally. We couldn't believe it, staring at each other. It was an incredible performance. First time I ever laid eyes on him was in a high school tournament in Fort Myers. Told him the story the other day. Went to see Okafor. Did not know anything about Grayson Allen. And Grayson Allen's team was playing against Okafor's high school team. I could not believe what I was watching there. I was surprised he didn't get more playing time. A little 1-3-1 zone right now. They changed the zone to a little 1-3-1.
Copeland, cross court. Smith Rivera traveling. So give it back to the Duke Blue Devils, who are up by 2.
And Mr. Dorsey with the call. He definitely lifted his pivot foot prior to putting the ball down. Following the same pattern as VCU game. Struggling behind. Jones makes a big shot. Allen, here they are up on the top.
Allen with the kick. The corner jumper rattles in for Jones.
Jones making big shots. He makes 2 here in the second half, and he did 2 against VCU. 2 daggers.
He has 11. It's the biggest lead of the day for the Blue Devils, leading by 5.
He's a double-figure scorer every game thus far this year.
Straight on Copeland. Too strong this time. Allen fouled and a rebound. He got hit by Derrickson.
I love the fact that Allen plays so hard on every possession.
He really risks life and limb on some of those drives to the basket, doesn't he? Duke has not missed a shot in the second half. They're 5 for 5.
That'll get you the lead. That'll get you the lead.
And the foul will go against Georgetown. It'll get Caleb Johnson trying to slow down Allen. His 3rd personal foul.
Well, Johnson trying to use that size on him. He is so tough to defend because he has so much variety to the moves he has, Allen.
Matt Jones to put it in. He continues to hit big 3-point shots.
Nice pass.
Plumlee threw it away. Picked off by Smith Rivera.
Stay in front of this guy. I want to let him attack the rim so he can finish.
Here's Copeland. In and out. Big fight for the rebound and taken away by Allen, who's suddenly everywhere. Jones off the fake. Thornton up high. He's directing traffic. The Duke on a run here with 15 and a half to go as they have grabbed the lead. Allen. Nifty pass. Plumlee finishes.
What a terrific pass. What a great look by Allen. Another great part of his offensive game. Finding the open man. Plumlee giving him positive minutes. That touch on the floor. They're going to play some defense.
8-0 run. 15-11 to go. And a timeout on the court. Boy, is this one flipped in a hurry.
I'm going to tell you this. Allen's got more moves than Baskin-Robbins rather got flavors. I mean, this guy's unbelievable. There he is dishing the rock. I mean, Baskin-Robbins, go get me a vanilla, please.
They've had 2 8-0 runs since the start of the second half.
Yeah, really. Great spurts, really created by the play of Allen and certainly Jones, the veteran. Plumlee gave him a big lift, too.
6 for 6, the Blue Devils. 3 for 3 at the line. And 4 for 4 from 3-point territory.
That's perfection. That's perfection in 3 different areas. Wow. Perfection.
So they turned around a 5-point halftime deficit. And with 15 minutes to go, Coach K's team in the lead. 61-54. Georgetown will have the basketball coming out of the timeout.
Plumlee taking the middle of the court defensively. Set up in that 1-3-1. Now Jones chasing on the baseline. Using Jefferson up on top of that size, trying to bother the shooters. Having a big guy up on top of the zone.
Shot clock's at 5 for the Hoyas. Cameron has to launch it. Can't hit. High rebound to Jefferson.
Another adjustment by Coach K at halftime, going on a 1-3-1 defense. Playing Plumlee with the 3 fouls. He made some adjustments in that game against VCU, and they were a different team in the second half. I guess that's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Won over 1,000 games. He's done a few things.
1,021.
Long range, but not there for Jones. Plumlee with the other side comes away with it. So new shot clock here, of course, this season. College basketball, the shot clock goes to 30 seconds. One of 25 rules changes. Allen swings it. Jones wants to penetrate. Down low, Jefferson will finish.
The two veteran players say, hey, move over, type of dandies. We can play, too. Jones to Jefferson. Two guys who are vital in them winning that 5th national title.
63-54. Is he getting away from the Hoyas now?
Well, they're going to solve this 1-3-1 zone. I think it was a great adjustment that Coach K made at halftime.
Smith-Rivera trying to split the D, draws the foul before the shot. Hey, tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN, catch a special NBA Sunday presented by State Farm. The Warriors looking to break records and knock off the Nuggets. Also live on Watch ESPN.
Tell you one thing, Curry, unbelievable. The best shooter I have ever seen. He is unbelievable.
Jefferson picked up his 3rd foul. Govan back up high for Devontae Smith-Rivera. They probably need some magic from him these last 13 and a half minutes.
And they rotated just 2-3 zone, and it's that gap again right up at the foul line area.
Cameron lost the dribble. Shot clock at 12. Govan, a good passing freshman, but the shot clock is down to 6. Copeland with a fall-away jumper, can't drill it. Rebound tapped. It'll go back over to the Blue Devils.
Govan is an excellent passer from the post. You're right, Dave. He does a great job passing the rock.
Now Duke has taken control here in the second half. Georgetown just shot the lights out in the first 20 minutes. It's not been the case since halftime.
57%. They were +5 coming in here at halftime.
Long range. Off target for Jones.
Duke's really outscored them by 14 thus far here in the second half.
Backdoor cut. The spin shot off the side of the backboard by Copeland.
And the size there really bothered him. Plumlee hanging around the basket.
Gordon with a leaner. Yes!
Nice play.
Well, let's see how they roll on this. They're going to wave that off. That's going to be an offensive foul.
I thought he did a great job protecting that basketball. Defense must have been there.
Take a look.
Here's Thornton right now. Yeah, defense right there. Help side. Out of the arc. Can't take that charge in that arc area, which is now expanded from 3 feet to 4 feet. Secondary defenders must be out of that arc area. Taking the charge.
Thornton with his 3rd.
See, Jefferson now playing the point. That's a big adjustment. And then Plumlee right there in the foul line area, and they cover the wings for the 1-3-1 set.
Here comes Johnson from the corner. And they're just not falling the way they did in the first 20 for the Hoyas.
You get cold against Duke and allow them to go on those little spurts, 2-8-0 spurts, you're in trouble.
Well, the Hoyas are right now approaching the 12-minute mark at Madison Square Garden, the championship game of the 2K Classic. Jones on the drive, flips it up rather wildly. It's not there for him.
Yeah, not a good shot. No touch there at all on the drive to the basket.
Hoyas have missed their last 6 shots. They haven't scored in 5 minutes. Will they end it here? Yes, they will. Johnson for 2.
Johnson gets the deuce on a diagonal pass against the zone. He gets the layup on the interior. Maybe they'll give him a little spark right now.
Luke Kennard, the freshman, back in the game now for Coach K.
Made a couple of shots here today.
Has to give him some confidence. Jefferson on the attack and a foul.
Jefferson starting to assert himself a little bit more offensively.
Foul will go against Jesse Govan, number 3 on him, 63-56. The Blue Devils in the lead. 3. There's David Robinson, and his son, one of his sons, is a wide receiver for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, he's a really outstanding player, Kenny Robinson, Corey, like his dad, Corey. And I thought he'd get more PT this year because he had a great year last year. This year, I don't know about injuries early this year. There's his son right now, preferred walk-on.
Justin Robinson.
Duke.
Yep.
More than that, they're really examples of their dad, who's just as classy as they get. David Robinson is truly genuine. He was a student athlete. Came to the Naval Academy, was not one of these guys, McDonald's All-Americans, and he ultimately became the greatest player that the Naval Academy's ever had and became the player of the year. In fact, I was teasing him after the game the other day. I said, I've given 2 standing ovations in my life, and one was for you when I did the Kentucky game you played in, and you had 45 and fouled out. You were unbelievable. So I remember that.
He's had a pretty good weekend, hasn't he?
Yeah, he went back and forth from here
between
to
Fenway and the
here.
Garden to see his sons. Not too bad.
I know you light up when you say that word, Fenway.
Oh, the stuff here by Jesse Govan, the freshman. And the Hoyas need a serious lift. He may provide it.
They like him. They like the future he's going to have as a New York City kid.
64-58.
They're in the zone right now.
Jones off the screen by Jefferson. The lane opens up. Left it short. Plumlee went for the rebound. It comes free to the Hoyas.
Hoyas score right here. You'll see a little more bounce to their step.
Peak tried to get inside. Copeland with a jump pass. Knocked out into the hands of Govan, and he hits the shot.
Just an example of Govan. 2 good plays by the young guy, the diaper dandy. They're right back in this game, baby. This is a tournament-flavored game. 2K championship. Duke's standing around a little bit too much right now. And that zone they're playing right now, Georgetown's making them stand around.
Plumlee needs some help. Shot clock at 5.
2 stationary.
Jefferson. And a travel. So they turn it over, Dick.
Little Uncle Mo starting to slide over to the Hoyas.
Well, you really do feel that inside the building. And the Hoya fans coming to life as well. And a timeout. Exactly 10 minutes left, and the Hoyas have battled back. Duke by 4. Duke's lead has been trimmed to 4, mainly because of the play of the New York kid, Jesse Govan, a freshman out of Queens Village.
New York. Look at Jesse right there. Nice little cut to the goal. Moving without the ball. Then he steps up right in the gap, his seam in the zone. Makes the little jump shot. John Thompson III told me before the game, he said he's going to be a special player with the Warriors.
And they really feel that he can be the best of his class, among the best of his class, coming in as freshman. A very soft touch as well, shooting the basketball. So now the Hoyas with it, trailing 64-60.
They got a balanced basketball team. In fact, against Maryland, they had all 5 guys in double figures in a heartbreaking loss.
Well, Peak went strong and also banged his head into the support as he drew the foul. John Thompson was calling it at the very moment that Mike Eads was calling it.
He's a very strong driver, good defender as well.
I think he might have got hit before he hit the basket support there. A little shove from Allen.
Going to go to the monitor. Going to take a look at the monitor.
Well, they're going to the monitor for a potential flagrant foul here.
They're going to that monitor.
Now, flagrant 1 is a foul deemed excessive in nature. One on which it's not a legitimate attempt to play the ball or illegal contact with an elbow above the shoulders. Flagrant 2, that's severe or extreme. I don't think that would ever come up to that standard, but
I don't think that's flagrant at all.
So 9:50 to go. And after the official review, it's just a foul, but Mike Eads will counsel Grayson Allen.
Tell you one thing, it has swung the way of Georgetown. Duke was really in control. A couple of plays by Govan put him in great shape here where they got a chance. Cut that deficit again.
Johnson to the baseline, draws the foul. Very aggressive, and he'll be at the line to shoot too. He's the man who hit the shot at the halftime buzzer. That floating three-pointer from just inside midcourt.
Yeah, it was a dramatic play. But I'm telling you right now, they're starting to attack off the bounce. They went through a real sequence where I thought they got a little passive, and Duke took advantage of it. But right now, they're starting to play a little bit more aggressive again.
That's 4 on Plumlee. Bill Jefferson is at the scorer's table. He's going to come on now. Plumlee, the 7-foot graduate, will step aside.
They lose that physicality. He gave positive minutes here in the second half. Playing with those 3 fouls. You got to make these free throws. You want to get back in the game.
Georgetown in the early going has been a very good foul shooting team. They made 20 out of 24 foul shots against Wisconsin, all in the second half in that victory on Friday.
Grayson's been a little bit quiet here for a while.
Allen does have 25. Ingram fires away as he was wide open and turned and knocked it down.
Nobody guarded him. I mean, you're right. Wide open 15-foot shot. He's got that long wingspan, 7'3". They got him playing the point right now. The point in the zone with those long arms, making it tough to reverse the basketball.
Ingram did not start. He began the game on the bench, much like Allen did on Friday, and he responded with a 30-point game.
Staying in a 1-3-1. See, very difficult to reverse the ball when he steps in the passing lane.
Shot clock at 6. Way downtown from Cameron.
Cameron's been quiet. He had a big game. The game before against Wisconsin on Friday. We got a nail biter, buddy. We got a nail biter.
Indeed.
Duke and Georgetown, call your friends up. Get away from that football. Get here and watch some hoops.
Stops the clock with 8:43 left.
See guys play with some passion, some feeling.
It is 4 now on Peak, who has 8 points. The sophomore from South Carolina. Georgetown has made their last 4 shots, and another guy could make shots. Smith Rivera coming back on, the senior.
Yeah, they're going to need him down the stretch, and he's going to have to really rise and get his game rolling to bring him to the winner's circle. Last time these two teams played was January 2010. President Obama was at the game, Vice President Joe Biden, and Duke got dominated by the Hoyas on CBS.
Ingram jumping inside, batted away, big fight for it. Jefferson wins it.
Staying in that zone right now, the Hoyas.
9 to shoot it. Allen back for Kennard. Slapped away and fouled from behind by Johnson, and that'll be his 4th.
Well, Kennard was trying to attack, ran a seam in that zone.
Caleb Johnson's had a nice day with 11, but it's 1-and-1 time now as Kennard will go to the line.
I think that zone slowed up a little bit Allen. He's so difficult to defend in a man-to-man scenario. Kennard's got to feel a little better today. Came in 0 for 9 in his last 2 games shooting. Made a couple of shots here today.
2-time Ohio Mr. Basketball. Scored almost 3,000 points in his high school career.
Was an automatic shooter. They see it every day in practice, Coach K said. They'll start seeing it in the game.
Back up to 4 for Duke.
Interesting. There's that 1-3-1 again. Ingram with a long wingspan up on top.
On the baseline and knocked away.
See, he did it. Ingram's size did that. His size created that problem, that wingspan with the deflection. Very young team, both these clubs, very young.
Copeland went for the theft, but couldn't keep it in play. 7:45 remaining. Duke on top, 68-64 over Georgetown in the Garden.
Is brought to you by NBA 2K16. Available at Amazon.com. Rated everyone 10 and up. And FanDuel, the leader in one-day fantasy basketball.
Back in the great city of New York for the 2K Classic Championship. 4-point lead for the Blue Devils. Dickie V, take us inside the play.
Well, what happened here in the second half? Mike Krzyzewski's changed his alignment, adjusted defensively. Take a look right here. 1-3-1. 3 guys along here, and the little guy in the back. But the key is The big guy is at the top. We got the big guy here, Ingram, with that 7'3" wingspan. Not allowing you to reverse the basketball. It makes it real difficult. Then he slides in, and he gets a deflection.
So the turnover brings it back to the Blue Devils. Here's Ingram. Handing off for Kennard. Here it comes. They got a great look. You can't deny that.
He's shooting a little bit too deep, though. He's got to be a little bit closer. I notice his threes he's taking from really downtown, almost Newark, New Jersey.
Smith-Rivera back off for Derrickson. Bovan gives it away. That's back-to-back trips now for Georgetown.
But now they got to make him pay for it by getting the deuce. You got to convert off those turnovers.
Allen's been quiet for a little while, sitting on 25 points, however.
Well, I think the zone is really quiet, and it's made him stand around a little bit.
Ingram can't drill it.
Not a good shot right there. He's become a little more passive. They're not getting enough motion.
Bovan.
He's a good passer, man.
Johnson.
He's an excellent passer.
There is a foul there with 6:52 to go. Well, you've never done Maui before. You've been to Maui.
I've been to Maui a lot.
You've never done the tournament. Here's the tournament and a look at the brackets. Who do you like coming out of Maui?
I like Indiana right there. I think Indiana against Wake Forest, Vanderbilt could be tough, but Indiana's got a tremendous perimeter game. When they talk about Yogi Ferrell, you think about Blackman, they can play. Thomas Bryant, development as a young freshman on the inside. This could be a special Tom Crean team.
Well, they will be taking on the Duke Blue Devils at Cameron Indoor on December 2nd. We'll have that game.
Yeah, we'll be down there. Can't wait to get down to Cameron Indoor Stadium. All the Cameron crazies going bananas.
Johnson to the line, 6'6" freshman. And a left-hander. Nice touch on that one. We're talking about Grayson Allen, though, so far in the last 10 minutes he has been scoreless.
And that's the zone because he's become passive. He's standing around rather than attacking. And they got to find him a little more. They got a little more bounce to their step in that zone, cutting the gap like they have to 3.
Plumlee back in. He has 4 fouls, though, for Duke. 10 on the shot clock. Thornton's back in. He drives all the way through, but he got a great look and could not drop it in.
Got to lay it on the backboard. Got to lay that ball on the backboard.
Allen leaping forward to deflect it out of play. It'll be Hoya basketball. And with a 3, they can retie it with 6:25 left.
For you young kids out there, use the backboard. Make it become your friend. Lay it right up there, get the easy layup. He's frustrated right now. He said, my bad, my bad. That's big because instead of being up 5 now, you're up 3 and they got possession of the ball.
Johnson, strong drive with the left hand.
That was really a strong drive.
Well, John Thompson, the third, wanted a foul there as well. He thought that should have been a 3-point play attempt. 1-point game.
They have Duke standing around. Duke is 2 right now, stationary. That zone defense is creating that. They're standing around looking at the top. I'm getting enough motion.
7 to shoot it now for Duke. Now down to 4. Jones off the fake. A 3. And an air ball. And it will be a shot clock violation that did not touch a thing.
Well, really a bad possession right there by Duke. That's not Duke basketball. He's got to be very happy, John Thompson III. These kids did a great job in that zone alignment. And Duke became very stationary.
So now the Hoyas can retake the lead. It's been a while. They had a 5-point lead at halftime, but that disappeared quickly on a pair of Duke runs.
Duke came out of that zone, now playing man-to-man. I banged the ball inside that Plumlee. He's got 4 fouls. I attack him on the interior.
He comes up to Guy Smith-Rivera. That opens it up. Mourning has it slapped away. And it'll go the other way, and Mourning can't believe it. It was off of him and out of play.
Wide open, too. He was wide open. He released off a screen right there.
Well, he thought it was slapped away by Allen.
Yeah. I thought it was, too.
Duke may have caught a break there. They have the basketball with 5:07 remaining.
See, notice how Allen's just standing around now. That zone's got him in that kind of a situation.
Jefferson in the lane, bouncing back for Allen. Down the lane he comes with a scoop shot.
That's him at his best. Attack, attack, attack. See a gap, see a seam. Put it to the dunk and attack.
27 for Grayson Allen, coming off 30 points on Friday. Smith-Rivera, the senior. Airborne, yes.
Well, you expect that, okay? With Smith-Rivera, the senior, preseason player of the year choice in the Big East, he comes back and makes a big play after the star of Duke makes a big play for his club. Coming down to winning time, the star's got to shine.
Jones working on Johnson, blew right by him. Jefferson up, no, partially blocked from behind by Copeland. Now he's directing traffic, approaching 4 minutes to go. Now Georgetown has to make another stop. Jefferson with a spin to his right, got it.
Terrific move by the veteran. Amito Jefferson, one of the most underrated players, doesn't get a lot of national attention, but all he does is help his club win.
72-69 Duke.
It's a good one, my friends. It's a good one here.
Warning, wants to launch. Can't hit it. Rebound picked off by the Blue Devils.
Duke and Georgetown, 7-7 in their battles over the years.
Going to penetrate his teardrop. Nothing there. And a whistle. A foul on the baseline. 3:20 to go.
Look at that drive by Grayson Allen. Protects the ball exceptionally well. Uses his body. Look at protect that ball against the D.
Today's game track brought to you by Continental Tire. Grayson Allen superb again with 27.
Yeah, he's been done in a variety of ways. 27 points, very strong. Maybe it's right there with a little medium range jump shot. Now going to step back and shoot a jumper at the top of the circle. There's a little head fake, goes to the goal, protects the ball exceptionally well. And then this sensational last shot he took, protecting the ball again. He does a fantastic job attacking gaps and seams. Look at this here. Copeland's gone reverse on us. He's got 15-0 right here. Reverse the Friday night.
And off the inbounds, a foul as Allen went sailing down the lane, but a foul. That'll go against Smith-Rivera of Georgetown, his third.
Copeland 0 points here in the second half at 15 in the first half. That was vice versa against Wisconsin on Friday night.
So Allen to the line where he is 7 for 7. He's 4 for 4 from three-point distance. He's 8 for 10 overall shooting it and continues to hit everything.
I think he's going to put such a package together that it's going to be very difficult to deny him All-American status. I really believe that.
After that kind of start. And of course, the rough game against Kentucky, but he has bounced back here at Madison Square Garden in a huge way.
A lot of people are going to have rough games against Kentucky. They're so strong defensively. They got so much depth, size. They'll be the #1 team in America when polls come out this week.
And North Carolina has lost. Smith-Rivera off the window, but it rolls away. 74-69 Duke with 3 minutes to go.
Somebody's got to prove to me they're better than North Carolina when they get their full lineup. But Marcus Page is out there directly attack. And that's not taking anything away from Ben Jacobson and Northern Iowa.
Plumlee went down with Mourning, both tumbling into the lane. Thornton back out. Allen with a long distance shot and another triple.
Again, making big plays. Solid goal. A PTP. He's the 3S man. Super scintillating, sensational.
And 32 points.
32. That helps you become super.
Yes. 77-69. Allen has been the go-to man all weekend for the Blue Devils.
Biggest possession of the night right now afternoon for Georgetown. They got to get a score on this possession. They must get a score here.
Shot clock at 6. Smith-Rivera loses the dribble. Cameron looking at the clock.
He walked.
No.
I didn't call a walk. He absolutely walked.
Going to be a foul on the play. Mike Eads had a personal foul. And that'll be number 4 on Jefferson.
Well, Mike probably's right. He probably got the call on the foul prior to walking. Foul took place first.
Jesse Govan coming back on for the Hoyas with 2:14 to go. And it'll be Cameron going to the line.
Got to put points on the board right here. Clock is stopped. You got to score here.
Cameron, a junior from New Jersey, brings the first.
Hasn't missed a foul shot yet this year, 5 for 5.
They're a very good foul shooting team.
Shoot 40% from the 3 as well. They've had a tough schedule early. Playing Maryland at Maryland, playing Duke here, playing Wisconsin. then losing to Radford in double overtime.
They played extremely well against Maryland. They lost that one 75-71. Maryland's so good.
Full court pressure. I think it's tough to pressure Duke the way they open up the court, especially if you open it up for Allen.
Gordon gets it across. Here's Jones. 2 minutes to play in Madison Square Garden, and a 6-point lead for Duke. 10 to shoot it now.
They better find Allen. He's sneaking down the baseline.
Gordon to the lane. Short. Rebound picked off in heavy traffic by Thornton, and a new shot clock for Duke.
Got to get the ball over to Allen. You want your #1 option to handle the ball. Or Jones, the veteran. Look at Mike Krzyzewski sending him through the defense. They're chasing him now. They're chasing. They're playing a chaser on Allen.
Allen fires again. In and out this time. Plumlee with a big rebound and draws the foul.
A terrific rebound. A kid that just plays so hard. Marshall Plumlee. Not a star talent. Doesn't have the skills that his brothers possess who are now in the NBA. But he gives you everything he has. That was a big-time rebound. That ball was in, too. Look at that baby. Look at that rebound. I mean, strong.
MP3, as he's known, that might be the biggest play of the game so far.
He's going to be a really first-class officer. He's going to be a leader. He's going to represent our military.
He will command respect at 7 feet. Copeland fouled him, but a misfire at the line.
Not a really good, strong free throw shooter, but let me tell you this. He'll command respect because he will outwork people under him.
On the drive, peak, the scoop, no, but a foul. Stops the clock with 1:12, and that's going to be number 5 on the second lieutenant-to-be, Marshall Plumlee.
Well, the clock stops right now. You can points on the board with the clock on hold.
That was a giant rebound that he got moments ago. And still a 6-point advantage for the Blue Devils, and a timeout inside the Garden. The defending national champions trying to put away Georgetown in what has been certainly one of the better early season games that I have seen in the opening days of the college basketball season. Let's go to Seth.
In the middle of the second half, Grayson Allen went to the point guard position. It was really hard for Duke to find him in rhythm and get him some scoring opportunities. But since Derek Thornton's come back in the game, all of a sudden now Grayson Allen has emerged. They can get him on ball reversals, and they can also get him getting to the basket.
Hey,
Derek Thornton playing well is huge for Duke.
Seth, what about the 1-3 zone that Mike Krzyzewski went to, playing Jefferson up on top, and then also he rotated, played Ingram up there to bother the reversal of the basketball against the zone.
No doubt about it, Coach. That 1-3-1, when you play it big at the top, it distorts passing lanes, and it takes away the perimeter game and perimeter penetration. Great adjustment by Coach K. There's a reason he has over 1,000 wins.
Thornton fouled by Johnson in the backcourt.
He's got a few against you, I know that.
Did too.
That'll be number 5 on Johnson with 1:07 to go.
Game's going to come down now to the free throw strike. You got to make free throws. You do that, you win. You don't, you give Georgetown life.
14 points for Caleb Johnson, one of the very talented freshmen for Georgetown.
He's a very strong driving player. He's going to be very good. This Georgetown team, win or lose here today, is going to be a very good basketball team. They're going to go through a period where they're going to win 7, 8 games in a row.
Thornton makes the first, 78-72. And the youngster makes the pair.
And if Duke wins, this is a great growing up for this young team. Remember, Coach K was telling us about they have an even extra difficult coming in after a national championship team.
Peak with a foul, and he'll be at the line.
That's smart play right there. You stop the clock, you foul him. Bad enough, he beats you off the bounce, he gets a layup. Give him the layup, but don't foul him and stop the clock.
So another timeout on the court. Georgetown very much alive in this one with about a minute to play. And now at the foul line, 79-74.
Well, remember Coach K told us before the game how difficult it is for these kids coming in after the team has won a national title. Now they got to go out and get their own identity. So David, he said, we haven't earned anything, right? Did he say we haven't earned anything?
He did. He talked about how tough it was to get by VCU, has a lot of respect for them, and he also talked about how tough it would be to knock off Georgetown, given their size, given the very good point guard play, and given who's coaching them.
Absolutely. John Thompson III, they've done really well record-wise. Their only slippage has been in postseason play. Haven't been able to get out of that first week. But this Georgetown team, I'm telling you, watch out in Big East competition.
Here's a look at our reset possession arrow for Duke. The timeouts, both sides have 2. 59.3 to go. And tonight on ESPN, after the Nuggets and Warriors, stick around for Sports Center at night with John Anderson and John Buccigross. There's so much fun to watch. They'll break down what could be the game that breaks the record for best start in the history of the NBA by a defending champ. Plus, they'll wrap up the NFL games from Week 11.
Dynamite duo, man. John and John, what a dynamite duo.
So Georgetown trying to fight back. It had a 5-point lead at halftime. Last time they had 3 losses in November, though. You have to go all the way back to 1999. They've dropped 2 so far. And it'll be Peak to the line.
Convert here, you can get a one-possession game. You got to make those free throws, Mr. O.B.
Jefferson is fouled underneath the basket with 57.8 remaining. That's something that Georgetown's done very well both today until now and on Friday in the early games of the season, make their foul shots.
That 1 second play right there could be a 4-point turnaround. Instead of you getting 2 and getting this lead down on a 1-game possession, now they can go to the line, they convert 2. Now he's not a great free throw shooter, Emil Jefferson.
Came into today at 48%. Still to come from the Garden a little bit later, Wisconsin and VCU in the last game of the 2K. Very calmly, though, Jefferson makes the first. Jesse Govan back on now for the Hoyas. The 6'10 freshman.
Wisconsin's going to get better and better. VCU's going to be a team that will win a lot of basketball games in the very underrated Atlantic 10. What a terrific conference that is.
1 of 2 for the senior. 6-point game.
To attack right here. Have to think about 3. Just attack off the bounce like he did right there. And then he fouled again.
So another whistle with 48.9 to go.
Mike just can't believe it. I mean, they're going to be smarter than that. You cannot foul in that scenario.
That's on Jefferson in his 5th. So he's done with 8 points.
If this baby ever goes to overtime, you got Jefferson and certainly Plumlee, the size is on the bench.
Right. So another timeout. Duke trying to bleed a victory in this one.
It's been fun being here with you in New York, Obi. I know you're. Congratulations, by the way, with the Red Sox. That's phenomenal. I'm very happy for you. I know I get free tickets now.
Yeah, you need that.
Well, I'm going to call you up and get me some free seats.
Anytime you want. In fact, you got to do a few innings with me in the booth one night.
I love baseball.
You are a huge baseball fan. You're a season ticket holder for Tampa Bay.
For years, since the first game.
A long time. I see you right next to the opposing manager. That's where your seat is.
I love it.
Dispensing free advice for 9 innings.
Making free throws big here to get this game a little closer.
Morning back on.
Morning gave some positive minutes here.
He did.
I don't think he played the other day.
Did not.
Did not play.
So Peak at the line. He cuts it to a 4-point game.
He's going to get down to free throw shooting for Duke. If you're Georgetown, you don't want to put Allen on the free throw line.
Kennard immediately fouled to stop the clock at 47.7.
It's 47.7. Might take about an hour to play.
You might be right.
And here it is. Got to make your free throws if you're Duke. If you want to win this game. This game is far from over.
Freshman from Franklin, Ohio.
Came in so ballyhooed, big-time All-American high school player.
Knocks down number 1.
Georgetown rotating.
Yep,
offense, defense.
Back on the floor, and So is L.J. Peak for the Hoyas. Kennard looking to make his second, and the freshman drills the pair.
He'll be a star. I said it'll be a star by the end of the year. See, now you got to play intelligent defensively. You don't want to foul. You don't want to foul.
Peak kicks it back out. Smith-Rivera can't hit the three. Govan right back up, and he'll be at the line to shoot two with 35.8 showing. Govan in the Big East is going to be a lot to handle. Ingram with the personal foul to put him at the line.
Well, as he gets more experience as well. You know, he's just a new kid playing like 3 games on the collegiate level. But they really love the fact of what they see in practice, and they believe he's going to be special.
Ranked as a top 50 national recruit by Rivals.com.
Queens Village right here in New York City. That's where he's from.
Another one on the way for Jesse Govan, who had 13 against Wisconsin on Friday. Looks like a very cool customer, and hits both.
Shoots the ball really well. I think he's missed 1 free throw thus far this year. That's really rare with a big kid.
Yep, 15 out of 16.
Picking up his dribble. Picked up that dribble.
Got it free to Thornton. And he'll be tied up and fouled to stop the clock as Copeland got him. 29.5 left. And that'll be his 4th.
Very little strategy right now in terms of teams executing. It's just trips to the foul line. Make free throws, you win. Miss, you lose.
It's not scintillating for the fans in the Garden.
No, not at all.
But Thornton 4 for 4 at the line.
I think one positive for Duke is they established themselves in that Thornton, who came in with a reputation as a point guard, had not started until the other night. Looks like he could solidify that area of the floor.
Ingram off to the bench. Well, the outstanding freshman for Duke. Another one at the line right here.
They got some great ones coming in next year. Top 3 classes in America for next year. Kentucky, Duke, and Michigan State.
84-78. Here's the Copeland jumper, and he knocks down a three-pointer, and a timeout. John Thompson the third, and this is just a 3-point game.
Well, big shot right there by Copeland, who's been quiet here in the second half. Knocked down a big 3. Had a great first half here tonight, this afternoon. There he is right there. And reverse the basketball to him. Right on the wing, wide open. Good looking player. Super south.
Did a really fine game, too. Well, nobody better than Grayson Allen, who has 32 points, but 18 for Copeland. Now, Duke will have the basketball on the possession arrow. Duke with 2 timeouts left. Georgetown down to their last one.
Well, right now, you know Georgetown's strategy going to be very simple. They'll try to steal the basketball. We don't get it, we're going to foul. They're going to make their fouls. They'll be in good shape. If they don't, it could get really dramatic.
Duke has made 7 of their last 8 free throws. Allen 32 points. 9 of 12 from the field, 9 of 9 from the line, 5 of 6 from 3.
Pretty good when you get your star player going 9 for 9 on the free throw line.
In for Kennard. Here's Thornton. They let him get beyond midcourt and fouled by Mourning. 16.9 left.
We're able to take some time off the clock.
So 84-81 Duke. This is the championship game of the 2K Classic. Duke's played in one other final in this event. They've won that.
You know, I wish there was a way, and they've tried all kinds of ways, thinking about how to speed up the end of the game, make it more fluid, instead of just a one trip after another to the free throw line. And there's not much you can do. Really not much about it. I remember one time they tried automatic 2 fouls, possession of the ball. Just really difficult to come up with a solution. But to be honest, that gets the game ugly.
Yes.
It really does.
It does.
I hate to say it. I love the game so much, and I hate to say that.
This game had really been churning along with a lot of energy, some great shot making. Both teams were shooting the lights on. That comes down to a foul shooting contest. in the end.
Yeah, it's been a tournament flavor game. I mean, the excitement, both clubs, both well coached, talented players. It's been special. I want to send a little congratulations also and a thank you to Rick Giles and his people with Gazelle. They do a phenomenal job. I've been coming here for years and being part of this, and they do a great job the way they treat people.
Well, you're well treated wherever you go. Broadway, Madison Square Garden, this is your town.
Well, my wife treats me well. She's the Hall of Famer in my family. She's terrific. We had a great time last night. Seen a great show.
Yeah, one of 3 Broadway shows you took in. You really did the town, you two.
Yeah, went to Hamilton, saw that. Saw Something Rotten and Up on Your Feet. Well, right now, here we go. 5-point game.
Georgetown inbound pressure here now from the Blue Devils.
And if you do, you don't want to foul at all. Back away, play a little pressure on the ball. A little pressure, take some time off. Let him take time off.
Peek back for Copeland, his three-pointer. Yes!
I'll tell you what, he's been money late in the game. Look at John Thompson. He wants him right up on the ball. Foul him.
Georgetown
Foul him. He's screaming. Foul him.
A foul with 5.4 to go.
Copeland keeping him in the game with 2 big threes.
He has 21.
He had nothing until the last minute in the second half. 2 big threes.
That's a career high for Isaac Copeland. Boy, all net.
Nothing but nylon NBA.
But Duke keeps making their foul shots and have made 9 of their last 10.
Well, let me say this. You don't have to go to Harvard or Princeton or an Ivy League education or Duke or Georgetown to figure it out very simply. He makes 2 foul shots, Duke's going to celebrate here. If he doesn't, we got ourselves an interesting finish.
In and out on the first one.
Interesting.
Timeout, Georgetown.
That's the last timeout, is it not?
Yes, it is. The last one for JT3.
Making him think about it a little bit now, put a little more pressure on him.
Remember how the first half ended with Caleb Johnson, the freshman, heaving one from just inside midcourt, a 3-pointer. That put Georgetown in front by 5 going to halftime.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If, for example, he gets this to a 3-point margin, I would not allow Georgetown to shoot a 3. I would not allow. Yep. I would foul and make sure he doesn't get 3. Because under 5 seconds, I think automatically you put him on a free throw line for 2 up 3. That's just my theory. Doesn't make it right, because a lot of people don't believe in that. I respect that.
So Thornton will have another foul shot. The freshman. He missed the first. Duke leading by 2. No more timeouts for Georgetown.
And remember, people, I know most know this, but in case someone doesn't, the clock doesn't start if he converts this until the ball touches the hands on the floor.
And he missed the second half.
They can win it. They can win it. They can win it.
That's the ball game. 86-84. Duke hangs on. Copeland had an opportunity to win it at the buzzer, but came up empty.
That was a tough shot for him. They were right up on him, but he gave a gallant effort. Really terrific effort by the Hoyas. Duke escapes with the W. I don't think there's any doubt who the MVP of the tournament is. I think that has to be Mr. Allen, Lock City.
Our player of the game with 32 points, Dick. He was fabulous today, and it was a tournament quality basketball game.
And he was fabulous on Friday. It's going to be fabulous in the next one. Fabulous. He is heading to be an All-American, all Rolls-Royce.
Back to the last efforts by Copeland, and an opportunity to win the ball game. He got across midcourt, but tightly defended by Thornton, who was really sticking to him.
Yeah, he was really up in his face. That was a very difficult shot. That would have been a dramatic play.